What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Hope everyone's doing well. Guys, when I start my mornings, I usually like to ease into them, you know what I mean? But I have a bad habit of going onto social media. I might, scroll through my Twitter feed, just see what's going on. And, it's cool because, I got a lot of friends on Twitter and stuff. And, I like to see what they're doing, and see what's coming up maybe, during the day. What's the good word? Make sure everybody's okay, and unfortunately, occasionally I see things also that piss me off, which is why I say it's a bad habit, because sometimes it's 50-50 and you don't want to start your day off the wrong way. And you guys have had that experience. Sometimes you will go online and you'll see something that'll just mess up your mind for the whole rest of the day. You know what I mean? And this isn't quite that bad, but it did inspire me to do this video, right? Because I saw that my good friend John from the channel John Talks, excellent channel, by the way. Check him out. I will probably leave that link in the description box so you can go check out John Talks. The man is no joke. And anyway, he posted this clip on his Twitter page. And what you have here is it looks like a couple of people in a large SUV who are being blocked by a mob of angry people, and they're shouting and they're mad, and and this is what's going on these days way too often. People, listen, we need original programming, we need sports. Get these people back to hell in their homes. Everybody is mad. Well, first of all, I think a lot of people don't realize what many people are just mad about is being locked down. It's like this is like the perfect cocktail for chaos. It's like you've had people locked down, and then you give them something, outrageous, like, oh, let's see, like in America, what's a good thing to get people riled up all the time? Race relations, right? It's like, just throw that out there. You get a Negro who gets beat down by the cops, and, you just put it all over the news and stuff like that. And you have people on both sides. One side is always going to say, well, what did he do? He was probably a criminal. Oh, I knew it. He was a criminal. Then you have people on the other side. It doesn't mean that he deserved to die. They're hunting black people out here, and we need to stop it. And if you can't see it, you must be a racist. You know what? It's all Trump's fault. All right. So, and then here it goes, so we begin the quarrel, arguments, of the past. And we never just seem to get over this. And it's just it reminds me of The Godfather, where you have, the puppeteer, who's like controlling all of it. And I swear to God, I put this on the media, because that's what they do. It's like, there's one business that's just doing great these days besides face masks, and, Dr. Fauci, whatever he's making money off, whatever, and his people around him, and that would be the media. They're probably never have done better than what they're doing today, So anyway, you got these people who are blocked, by this angry mob, and they're shouting at them, and they're menacing, and they're mean, and they're requiring these people to say 3 words, to get by them. They're like trolls, you got to pay the toll to go by. And the toll is saying these 3 words, and it's not, I love you. All right. They need them to say, Black Lives Matter. Say it, man. Say it, motherfucker. Say it. Say Black Lives Matter. Say it. You got these people in the car like, oh shit. Yeah, I've seen how this movie ends. They're about to trash my shit. They're about to turn over the car. They're about to whoop my ass. I better say this thing. So you got the guy. They're saying, put your fist in the air and say Black Lives Matter, right? And as far as I can tell, now I'm going to leave the link to this in the description box. As far as I can tell, there aren't too many black people on the scene requiring these people to say Black Lives Matter. It seems to me like it's a bunch of white people or non-black people who are forcing them to say this. This is some weird, surreal shit. These are some crazy days that we're living in. So we got a bunch of non-blacks forcing some non-blacks to say Black Lives Matter. Otherwise, we are going to demolish your car. And a very nice looking SUV it is. I can't tell what it is. Looks like it might be a Ford. Man, I love those F-150s. I don't know if that's what it is. But anyway, they're like, you got to say it, right? So, these people in the car, they're like, okay, Black Lives Matter. I can't hear you. Say it louder. Black Lives Matter. You better say that. You know what I mean? And it's just like, what? So they got to say this in order to get through. So they end up saying it, and these people get through. And my thing is, this is how you know. For those of you who need proof about what's up with the actual organization, Black Lives Matter, this is how you know that they ain't shit. This is how I know that Black Lives Matter. This is what it says to me. It might not do it for you, but it does it for me. How do I know that Black Lives Matter ain't shit? Because they allow things like this to go on in their name. Even God, the Almighty God, has a commandment, and it's a very high commandment up on the list of 10 commandments. He says, thou shalt not take my name in vain. Now, so many people do that. You know what I mean? They use God to prove their point. I guess kind of the way I'm doing now, right? But they use God to prove their point, you know, like for violent means and for terrorist means. You know, God is on our side. You know, too many Muslims out there, Allahu Akbar. You know, to all you ignorant fucks out there, what it means is God is great. All right. Now, there are plenty of Muslims in this world. All right. Because I used to study Islam. I was in the mosque for a very long time. And I've known Muslims from all around the world. And they are some of the best, most loyal, loving, hospitable people you will ever meet in your entire life. All right. But then you have those assholes, right, who want to use Islam as a means of terror, even though in the Quran it says there is no compulsion in religion. You are not allowed to force people to believe what you believe. You're not allowed to use force against people, you know, in order to get them to believe what they believe. It's said in Islam, I have my belief, you have your belief, to you go your way, to me go my way, and of course we'll let God sort it out at the end of time. You know, that is the way you're supposed to go about your life. So you would also apply that in a situation like this, and all these other nut jobs who are running around, who are painting Black Lives Matter in the street and putting it on the athletes' shirts, and they're wearing it, and they're not standing for the, you know, for the national anthem and all this stuff because they just need for everyone to see things their way. Now, my thing is, how long has it been since Colin Kaepernick started kneeling? Shit, I made that video years ago that after a while, you got to get off your knees and start doing something a little bit more proactive. You know what I mean? Go back to doing your job. You've called attention to it. Everyone has seen it. You got the whole world out here, at least in this country, talking about Black Lives Matter to the point where they can completely twist the message and obscure the message as far as I'm concerned. Of course, I believe that Black Lives Matter. That has shit to do with the actual organization. The organization is rotten as hell because they don't speak out about things like this. It's like, if Black Lives Matter, I don't even care about the black on black stuff in this case, right? I'm not going to use that. All right, if you want to overlook all of the black babies who are being abused in their homes, who are being shot in the streets, who are being aborted before they even get a chance to live, that's all in the black communities and stuff like that, that's fine. If you want to ignore that point, that's fine. We're talking about police brutality. There's a difference. We're about police brutality. All right, that's fine. All right, if that's what you believe in everything, then you got to speak up for like what it is that you stand for. All right. And you have to make sure that you have your mission statement, all right? And you have to make sure that you keep people out of harm's way when they're in the street, because you have people who are protesting, right? They're protesting for your cause. They're protesting in your name. And I want to ask you, since George Floyd got killed, all right? Since Eric Garner got killed, since Freddie Gray got killed, since all of these people got killed, Breonna Taylor, you know, who you're using as your poster people, how many others have been killed in their name? How many others have been arrested and their lives interrupted in their name? Could this be the fruit that you're looking for? This is not what the late, great John Lewis was talking about when he said that he wanted to make good trouble, right? And I was always fascinated by that line when he said that, we're going to make some good trouble. I'm like, man, that's kind of fly. I like that. That's kind of smooth because it's wise. You're making good trouble. All right. You are not, you're not honoring his memory by having people run out using your name to terrorize people who actually might have been allies to you. And I remember thinking about that years ago, like the first time Bernie Sanders got jerked out of his nomination for president. All right. And I saw him speaking somewhere and some loudmouth black women come up. Black Lives Matter! You let us speak! You let us speak! And they wouldn't even let Bernie Sanders talk, at his own rally. Bernie Sanders, as far as I can see, has been at least an outward ally. What actually motivates the man, I do not know. I don't know I don't know him personally, and, I don't know his specific policies and stuff, but outwardly, he always projected himself as an ally, to, the black causes and stuff like that. So you run up on Bernie Sanders and you shout him down. Black Lives Matter! Let her speak! Let her speak! And Bernie Sanders had to give up the mic. All right, I'll give you the mic. Just hold on. Just hold on. But they wouldn't, all right? So they just took him off the stage and, they had to go on and get up on stage, and then they realized they didn't really have shit to say, which is what this whole thing is about, just making a bunch of noise and not really saying anything. But like I said before, the overall message here is that if you really want to know whether an organization is really about that life, then you would see them take a stand. I know listen, I'm going to say this and I'm going to wrap this up, all right? I am very conscientious about what's going on out here. I see things, I think a lot, and everything. It doesn't mean that I'm right. It just means that I do, and I do realize that I am a big black man in America. All right. I'm raising what is going to be a big black man in America, my son, my beautiful son. And, I see what's going on out here. And my thing is, if anything were to ever happen to me, right, and I were to lose my life in one of these types of ways, I run across an asshole cop, God forbid, and something like that happens, he's able to get the drop on me. Because let me tell you, if I realize that I'm about to get a bum deal, I ain't going out easy. And I don't think any man should, or any woman for that matter. I don't give a damn what color you are. You know what I mean? It's like, chances are, if I'm innocent and I know I'm innocent, all right, yeah. But, to some degree, I do trust the legal system, too. So it's not like I'm just going to be fighting and shit, It's like I'm going to have my day in court. I'm going to get out of that street. I'm not going to get shot down on the street if I can help it. But I'm just saying I'm not going to be easy, all right? But if it did, God forbid, happen to me, all right? My thing is, I don't want my likeness, I don't want my name used in a hashtag, all right? I don't want a bunch of people running up and down the block in my name, causing havoc. All right. I, as far as I know, I've never seen this on camera before. All right. Why am I able to do this? All right. You're like, well, man, if anything happens to you, fine. Fuck you. We ain't gonna, riot for you. We're not gonna demonstrate. We're not gonna protest for you. Well, there's a difference. Like I said, first of all, there's a difference between peaceful protest and rioting. All right. What I'm talking about here is rioting. If you want to protest, that's different. If you want to just make a point that what happened to me was wrong, God forbid if it happened, then, all right, fine. I'm not, help my family to get justice. That's fine. But I just don't want a circus made out of it. I don't want any more people arrested because of it. I don't want any more people killed because of it. And that's how someone who truly loves people would feel. First, and also, like I said, I do believe in being a law-abiding citizen. And most people who are protested for or rioted for are not law-abiding citizens. I'm sorry, that's just the truth. A lot of them do have records. A lot of them do have pasts that are not so savory. It's like me, I go to work every day. I raise a son. I work all types of overtime. It's just the type of life I live. I don't see a lot of people like that being stuck up for. So my thing is, don't do it for me. Like I said, I can say that with confidence because I know that I'm not leading that type of life that would make it likely that something like that would happen. Could it happen? Of course. Nobody knows what's going to happen. I'm just saying. All right. So there it is. All right. And for, like I said, Black Lives Matter. If you want me to believe in you, it's already done. I got no use for Black Lives Matter whatsoever. Just none. I don't care who doesn't understand it. All right. But for Black Lives Matter, that's what does it for me. All right. That's what does it for me. That's what shows me that you're not shit, because you allow people to be terrorized and people to be brutalized and you don't say shit about it. David Dorn, you don't say shit about him. I believe that's what his name was. Listen, the cop, who was murdered in cold blood trying to protect innocent people's property, a retired cop, and a black cop, who died slowly on camera with nobody there to help him, but a bunch of animals running around him. He died in the middle of chaos. A grandfather. As far as I know, you said shit about him. So What do you think that like good people who I have more in common with him than I have with these people who are out blocking people from being able to drive down the street? What do you think we would think about things like that? But listen, this video is just about at 15 minutes now, so I know it's unlikely that anyone's going to watch towards the end at this point. But listen, I just wanted to say, guys, we have to make that distinction. Good people, all right? They have people out here talking about, there's going to be a race war. That's the dumbest shit ever. That's what people want us to believe. That's the reason why they frame it this way. That's the reason why dumbass shows like Antebellum is on, because people want to believe that we can actually go backwards that far, and we're that sick off of race that we would actually have people enslaved again and brutalize them again. And they want to put that type of mentality out there, and they want to believe that. But it's always going to be about good and evil, and there's good and evil in everyone. So how it could ever boil down to a race war in this country would be the greatest tragedy of all time, being that we've already worked together. We've already grown together. These people want us to forget about history. They want us to forget where we've come from, all the things that we've done, all the work that we've accomplished. It would make Martin Luther King, it would make Kennedy, it would make all of those people who came before us just completely inconsequential. That's what they want. So there it is, guys. And I just wanted to put that out there. Once again, big shout out to John Talks for pissing me off in the morning. And I welcome your opinions on this, guys. So you can get in the comment section, like, share, subscribe, and you can catch me on Twitter. Please give me a follow, guys. I hang out there a lot. And, Twitter, it can be a messed up place. But like I said before, there's some good people on there. So let's reach out to each other. And I will catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks for listening. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.